Assalamu alaikum. As China's economy stumbles, homeowners boycott mortgage payments. In a rare act of defiance, people across the country who bought property from indebted developers are refusing to repay loans on their unfinished apartments. For decades, buying property was considered a safe investment in China. Now, instead of building a foundation of wealth for the country's middle class, real estate has become a source of discontent and anger. In more than 100 cities across China, hundreds of thousands of Chinese homeowners are banding together and refusing to repay loans on unfinished properties, one of the most widespread acts of public defiance in a country where even minor protests are quelled. The boycotts are part of the fallout from a worsening Chinese economy, slowed by COVID lockdowns, travel restrictions, and wavering confidence in the government. The country's economy is on a path for its slowest growth in decades. Its factories are selling less to the world, and its consumers are spending less at home. On Monday, the government said youth unemployment had reached a record high. The mortgage rebellions have roiled a property market facing the fallout from a decades-long housing bubble. It has also created unwanted complication for President Xi Jinping, who is expected to coast to a third term as party leader later this year on a message of social stability and continued prosperity. In China, for years, property developers never had to worry much about funding. Access to credit was easy, and about 90% of new homes were pre-sold. Buyers would hand over deposits and make mortgage payments before construction was complete. Times have changed. In the first half of 2022, sales for China's 100 biggest property developers fell 50%, according to data from China Real Estate Information Corporation. Mr. Li, 29, who works in hotel management, remembers when the market looked much more promising. When he first bought his apartment, he provided a 30% down payment with money scraped together from his parents' retirement funds. Even though he lives in Beijing, he thought the property in Zhengzhou, surrounded by parks and schools, would be a good first step in his plan to return to his hometown and start a family with his wife. Those plans are now on hold as construction at the Zhengzhou development remains halted. Mr. Li and the other homeowners intend to carry out the boycott if the situation does not improve, he said. In their letter, the homeowners acknowledged the risks. China's social credit system punishes infractions, such as failure to repay loans, by limiting an individual's ability to travel, get their children into school or borrow from banks in the future. However, in the notice last month, the homeowners said those risks did not outweigh a threat to their survey. Courtesy New York Times.